Well, as you now know, the British broadcaster Piers Morgan has quit the British morning television show he co-anchored, Good Morning Britain. This was after he relentlessly went after Meghan Markle. Piers Morgan is a star attraction in the UK and a household name. On Monday, 1.65 million people tuned in to see what Piers Morgan had to say about Meghan Markle. Well, he didn't disappoint them. Morgan, who was a friend of Princess Diana, said he didn't believe a word that Markle said. He said, quote, "I wouldn't believe her if she read me a weather report." Piers Morgan said, and he said all this before, that the couple had damaged the royal family and sought publicity on their own terms without accepting the responsibility and scrutiny that comes with the job. Nothing wrong with that. Then, in response to Markle's apparent pleas for help, Morgan said on air, quote, "My real concern was a disbelief, frankly, that she went to a senior member of the royal household and told them she was suicidal and was told she couldn't have any help because it'd be a bad look for the family," unquote. The network was apparently flooded with over 40,000 complaints to the UK's media regulator. And it appears as though Piers Morgan had had enough of the, pardon my language, crap. He can do without it. Yesterday in the UK, one of Morgan's own colleagues, Alex Beresford, he reads the weather on the breakfast program. You've never heard of the bloke. He criticised Morgan on air, saying his attacks on Markle the previous day were hard to watch. Have a look at this.
And I understand that you don't like Meghan Markle. You've made it so clear a number of times on this programme, a number of times. And I understand that you've got a personal relationship with Meghan Markle, or had one, and she cut you off. She's entitled to cut you off if she wants to. Has she said anything about you since she cut you off? I don't think she has, but yet you continue to trash her.
OK, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, maybe, not mine.
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't do this.
This is absolutely diabolical behaviour. I'm sorry, but Piers spouts off on a regular basis, and we all have to sit there and listen.
Well, then he's the weatherman, that bloke. Then the ITV News Director said she believed Meghan, as if that means anything. But those in charge at ITV demanded Piers Morgan apologise. He said he wouldn't. Morgan said he should be free to express his opinion, and if he wasn't, that'd be the end of it. He'd do the show on his own terms, and this is our sick society which can't handle a difference of opinion. Morgan was also criticised because he said he didn't believe her claims about her mental health. Now, everyone agrees with the mental health charity Mind, which said that it's vital that when people reach out for support or share their experiences of ill mental health, that they're treated with dignity, respect and empathy. Piers Morgan would agree with that. He has simply said he wanted Meghan Markle to prove some of the things she was saying. He described the interview as, quote, 2 hours of disingenuous, horrible, one-sided, self-serving, delusional claptrap. Now, surely we're entitled to ask, when serious allegations and assertions are made, that some proof be offered. Is Piers Morgan not allowed to say these things? After all, when Oprah Winfrey asked whether racism drove them to move from Britain, Harry replied, it was a large part of it. But those with a memory would feel that Meghan Markle was deliberately channeling Princess Diana. The language, the experiences and the responses. In Andrew Morton's biography of Diana, he described Diana throwing herself down the stairs while pregnant with William. Is it just coincidence that Meghan Markle said she thought of suicide while pregnant with Archie? She said she asked the palace for help and was refused. By whom? Diana claimed that after her tour of Australia with Charles, where she was undeniably very popular, Buckingham Palace was jealous of the wild enthusiasm which greeted her. Meghan Markle would have you believe she enjoyed the same response when she was here, when most of us have forgotten she ever toured Australia. But she made the same claims as Diana. Piers Morgan is saying he doesn't believe a word she said. Here is a person who said she saw Diana as a role model, she watched Diana's funeral on TV, but then said in the interview she didn't do any research on the royals at all. She said, I never looked up my husband online. If Meghan Markle would lie about something so trivial, I didn't do any research on the royals, when in Andrew Morton's latest book on her, he argues she wept as she watched Diana's funeral. If Meghan Markle, as Miranda Devine writes today, would lie about something so trivial, what else was false in the interview? It was certainly false to claim that her children should enjoy the title of Prince. Archie didn't get a title because she said he was of mixed race. That's a lie. century-old royal protocol says that only grandchildren in the direct line of succession can be a prince or a princess. She then told the world that she wanted Archie to be a prince to be eligible for taxpayer-funded security. The children of Prince Andrew and the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson, are princesses. They don't get taxpayer-funded security. And surely this proves the validity of what Piers Morgan said. He didn't believe a word of the claims, especially since there's no proof. But because the ITV News Director believes Meghan Markle, Piers Morgan loses his job. Well, may we ask, have the left ever had so much control and enjoyed so much establishment support? Destroy people with whom they disagree. Don't take on the orthodoxy of the left, you're in trouble. Ask Piers Morgan. But back to the father for a moment. Thomas Markle has said his daughter never lost him, as she claimed in the interview. The truth is she cut him off. Mr Markle said, while wiping his eyes, she made a statement saying she lost me. She didn't lose me. I'm here for her now if she wants me. I'd certainly love to see them again. I'd love to see my grandson. Meghan Markle. Time to go off to the Californian sunset, I think. Please. But for those who love to throw stones at a broadcaster like Piers Morgan, I think the UK radio host Julia Hartley-Brewer got it right when she said of Morgan's departure, and I quote, "When every single person on your TV screens is identikit, dull as dishwater, towing the line, sprouting the same woke nonsense to keep the Twitter cancel culture ghouls happy all day, every day, you'll all be bored out of your bloody minds. Be careful what you wish for." Well, thank God for those in the media who call it as they see it. And for those who don't like it, you can always go off and be cradled in the Twitter bosom with all the other woke people who are offended by anything and everything. In regard to Piers Morgan, his frankness and forthrightness will outlive the lot of them.